one, the only Daniel Jeremiah used to be a scout for the Browns, not to mention the Ravens. So, DJ, I think the question that burns inside of everyone is Wentz or Goff. Which way are the Rams going?
Well, look, it's interesting when you look at, we've talked about the Rams having Kurt Warner, coming from Northern Iowa. How about the fact that Jeff Fisher, look at all the success he had with Steve McNair with Tennessee Titans. And so you look at these two quarterbacks, okay, McNair, small school quarterback, ultra athletic, could move around. He was big and physical. I mean, you're kind of describing Carson Wentz when you look at that mold of a quarterback. So to me, that would seem to be the way that they would be leaning there to get that big physical quarterback. You got to remember, too, you build your quarterback to play inside your division. You're in the NFC West, which is a rugged division with the Seahawks and the Cardinals, two of the more physical teams out there. The 49ers, either they're in a little bit of a rebuilding mode, but they play a physical brand of football. I think the size and physicality of a Carson Wentz would seem to be the fit there.
Yeah, hey, DJ, good morning to you. We knew that the Rams, of course, needed a QB, but they have other issues that they need to fill. I mean, wide receiver, center, defensive back, just to name a few. Are you at all concerned by the trade value? I mean, now they get a 4th-round pick and I believe a 6th-round pick. Are you concerned that maybe now they don't have a chance to bolster their depth on their roster? I mean, take a look at this graph we're showing you right now.
Yeah, look, they've got they're parting with a lot of picks here.
Right.
But the one thing is because of the other quarterback trade that they made, they've had a lot of extra picks the last few years to really build up a lot of young talent on this team. So they have a good nucleus of players. I mean, some superstar players. When you talk about Aaron Donald and Todd Gurley and some of the other pieces they have in place, they just don't have a quarterback. And if you don't have a quarterback, you really don't have a chance. And I think they've kind of figured that out over the years. And I think now that you have a quarterback, you'll see without these draft picks, they'll have to be a little bit more aggressive in free agency maybe than they've been in the past. But real quick, Aaron, I'm looking at this. This is a mock draft on the fly right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking down at my paper, and this is. Let me just give you a scenario. If you're the Baltimore Ravens, where last year we saw Leonard Williams with the Jets, who I thought was the best player in the draft, he fell all the way to the Jets. Nobody saw that happening. I'm looking down right now. If LA goes Wentz, let's say Cleveland goes Goff, San Diego goes Jalen Ramsey, right? Dallas could go Miles Jack. Jacksonville, who needs a pass rusher, could go Laramie, could go Bosa, Joey Bosa. And Baltimore at 6. At number 6, could end up getting Laramie Tunsil, who I believe, and a lot of people believe, is the best player in the entire draft. So this is how this whole thing just got shaken upside down today.
Okay, DJ, it's pretty much like a Yahtzee cup. You say that Laramie Tunsil could be the best available player in all of the draft. The Titans, many had them picking Tunsil with number 1 overall, but all that has changed. They now slide down to 15. So you being the scout, what say you? Are there any comparable offensive linemen that may still be lingering around at the 15th pick when the Tennessee Titans do indeed have that selection?
Well, I think, look, Tunsil's obviously going to be gone. Ronnie Stanley's going to be gone. The interesting thing is, though, with Taylor Lewan, who was hurt last year, did not play as well. I played pretty good the year before. You keep him at left tackle, and then where you're picking at 15, you can go get a Jack Conklin potentially from Michigan State or an Eric Decker from Ohio State, who you can plug in and play at right tackle. So that keeps Lewan where he's comfortable, and you just plug and play at right tackle at 15. Then they've got all these extra picks. Now when you get in rounds 2 and rounds 3, this is going to be a huge draft here for the Titans to really, really build their team up around their quarterback.
Shake up your magic 8-ball, DJ. Wentz, Goff, no matter who they pick, when do they actually see the field and produce?
Well, I think, look, the Rams traded up to number 1 to take a quarterback. They're coming to Los Angeles. You really think they're going to trot out Case Keenum and keep that rookie on the bench? I don't see that happening. I think that rookie's going to be out there playing game 1. And the good thing is they can rely on their running game and their defense, where he won't have to be asked a ton of him. Now, I think the Browns, with what they did with RG3, if they take a quarterback, which I'm not so sure that they do, they could go in a different direction and come back with a quarterback in round 2. But I think RG3, I would say, is the early favorite to be trotting out there week 1 for them.
Daniel Jeremiah, sounds good as always. He has the latest on the Titans and the Rams making moves for that number 1 overall draft selection. Thank you, sir.